So we've been at the church in Park Rose for a number of months and enjoying our family with our new addition. And there were some new folks came to the church. That was a delight. There were some problems as well, for that matter. But in any event, we we're doing okay. And I got a call from our divisional superintendent. It was on an evening when I was working at the Pretzman's Comfort Shoes at the Lloyd Center. So he had called the house. This was before the day of cell phones, and he'd called the house and Ken, and then he kind of gave him the number, and so I answered the phone. Pressman's Comfort Shoes at the Lloyd Center, and he says, "Hi Jim, this is Ken. Well, I got a couple of questions for you." I said, "Okay, fire away." Now I've known Ken for a number of years, and his brother really well, John, and appreciated those brothers. And we'd known each other in ministry. There was a lot of trust and a lot of love between us, among us. So he said, "Okay, two questions." I said, "Well, okay, give me the first one first." And he said, "Well, I have this letter here from a couple in the church that they said that they have these things against you." Now, the heart of all that was that there had been a brother in the church that I had to speak to because of his certain parts of his behavior, and I did it in love, and hopefully we could work together and see some improvement there and some growth. But he reacted badly and left the church, he and his wife. And this couple were really close to them. They're younger, but they were really close. So anyway, they had this list of things that they didn't like about me. So Ken said, "Look," he said, they've written this letter to me, and they've asked that since you won't talk to them," which was not totally true, that maybe that you would talk to me. And so they want me to talk to you and read through this letter. You want to meet together for that? I said, "Well, here's the deal, Ken. I know you love me, and I'm not sure they do. And what I want you to do, if you wouldn't mind reading through that list right now and to yourself, and if you think there's anything in there that has merit that you're concerned about as well, then by all means, let's meet together. Because with all my heart, I don't want to have anything that would hurt people, harm people, that would be unrighteous in my life in any regard in terms of character or behavior or relationships. So if you think that there's a reason for us to meet, then absolutely, absolutely." So then he got quiet. It's quiet. I said, "Ken, what you doing?" He said, "Well, you said to read the list. That's what I'm doing." I said, "Really?" So okay. So he honestly, it was a minute or so, and he finally said, "I see no reason to meet in this regard." I said, "Okay, great, thank you, brother." Then I said, "Well, now, if you could get on with the second thing, because I'm really kind of busy and I'm at work. So if you could get on the second thing, I'd sure appreciate it." He goes, "Oh, well, the second thing is I want to ask you and County to consider going to Canby to pastor the church there." I said, "Oh, oh, that thing." So I knew a little bit about the church. I liked the pastor and his wife, and I knew the church was probably 130 or 40 people. And I also reckoned from that they could support us full-time in ministry, which is something I didn't think would happen. But I said, "Well, we'll have to pray about it. And what's the next step from us as we think about it, talk about it, pray about it? What's the next step?" And he goes, "Well, practical step." He said, "Well, I want you I want to give your number. If that's okay, I want to give your number to the pastor and have Jack call you back and arrange from there to meet him and maybe with the council and the elders. But I'm going to give your phone number to Jack." I said, "Okay, that's great." So in the next, it was I think the day actually the next morning, Jack called me and we talked and set up a time to get together with he and Linda, his wife, and then set up a time for us to come down and meet the church council and elders. and their wives. And so there were, I think, seven couples that we set up a time for Connie and I to go down and to meet with them. And we shared a little bit about ourselves and our ministry, answer their questions. And it was a time that we were told was designed to kind of have them get a feel for us and us for them. And so even if they felt good about us coming, we didn't feel good about it, then it was off, and vice versa. So I got to say that hour and a half meeting or so, maybe 2 hours, went really well. And we really liked the people that we sat with. And I thought, well, are the people that are in the council and the elders that are in any sense in a leadership serving role in the church, then that's the choices that have been made. Then I think I'm good with that. And I think we felt impressed to respond yes. So we did. And in a couple of months, about a month or so after that, we began our, and it may not have been that long, but in the summer, in August, we began our 3-year ministry there, which we had thought would be a lot longer. But I'm so grateful that I got that call that night, even though I was a bit impertinent with Ken. He knew us, he knows us, and felt good about following through on that. So that's it. That's the Call to Canby, and it was a great place for us to be, and God really blessed us in multiple ways, and I want to talk about that in the next several videos.